Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Fran, I'm from Venezuela, and today we are going to be reacting to a video called Al Murray's Take on the Nations of the World. So let's check it out and comment, like, subscribe, and start.
We were gods! And there she is at the top, in the middle of the map.
A giant world map in the same
Doesn't get any
ball.
better than that. She's beautiful, isn't she? Hey, the only attractive country on the map. Hey, here, Ludwig, one look at her. Hey, she's beautiful, isn't she, mate? Hey, I can see why you lot wanted her so much. Now, the point is...
No, it's
Great Britain is, of course, the centre of the earth. That's a scientific fact.
Sure.
That cannot be argued with. Straight through Great Britain runs the North Line of longitude. Great Britain is scientifically, technically, provably the centre of the earth. Yeah? Yeah, because of the North Line of longitude. All right? We put the...
I mean, he has like a little bit of a point because we have time zones. Like, UK is the zero, it's the center. So, again, like, he kind of does have a point.
There, but it still stands. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means that we, the British, us in here, we're in charge of what time is all over the world.
Yeah.
It's fucking beautiful, isn't it? It means the Germans don't sit down for their lunch until we say it's 1 o'clock. Oh, yeah. And we wrote a book, we did, and we wrote it in English, the finest language in the world, in fact, the finest language in the universe, a language even spoken in space, as any fan of Star Trek will tell you. A language...
It's true.
A language
Even
even Americans can handle
English.
with some degree of skill, though they're... Your boss needs a few lessons, mate. Now, you look at it. Axel of Elvis, what's he on about? You look at this. Which is beautiful, I mean, we invented work. We, the British, invented work. That is a fact. Yeah, we've done everything. We invented work. We had a revolution, industrial revolution, invented work. The French didn't. They had a French revolution when they invented being French. As a result, a lot of dead French people.
Yeah, there was a French revolution.
Ask any historian. The Russians, they had a similar revolution outcome. You know, we didn't bother with that. Yeah, we had an industrial revolution where we invented work. At the end of it, everyone had shoes, a knife and a fork, and a giant fucking metal ship each. You can't argue that. That's why we, the British, are currently entitled to have our feet up and have whatever we want made by a Malaysian 4-year-old for £1.
Oh no! Oh no!
You and I earned that. We should make the most of it now. Yeah, and it's a broad church, Great Britain. We've got the Scots, we've got the Jocks, of course, and I love you, Jocks. You're beautiful people. Yeah, yeah. I love you. You're beautiful. And it's you, Jocks. You like to say, don't you, Paul? You like to say, the Battle of Bannockburn. Nay, nay, the Battle of Bannockburn. Nay, when the field ran red with English blood, when Robert the Priest all the English indeed, always and he would never forget. Fair play. Got to give it to you on that one. You want it fair and square. But you say Bannockburn, I say Culloden, because it's not the heats that count, is it, mate? It's the final. As far as I remember.
He's making fun of their accent, making fun of the way they talk.
Now, look at this. Look at this. Our Celtic brethren, the Welsh, and I love the Welsh. They're beautiful people, aren't they? God bless the Welsh, eh? And what's interesting about the Welsh is it said they have an accent. I don't think they do. I think they have an attitude, with all due respect.
They have an accent.
Every time a Welsh bloke opens his mouth, he sounds as though he's dying of some inner hurt and torment that he hasn't figured out yet. Whatever it is, even on his wedding day, the happiest day of his life, he sounds pissed off, doesn't he? This is the happiest day of my life. I cannot wait to spend the rest of my life with you, the most beautiful woman I have ever seen.
No.
In Cardiff.
Cardiff.
I want it to stop raining now. Next door. There's our cheeky sidekick, Ireland, of course.
Cheeky sidekick. He's making fun of Irish people.
Like a motorbike and sidecar. We go nowhere without us.
No, that's foul.
Name, paint a different colour, but we're the ones with a fucking engine. You look at it.
I know there's a lot of bad blood there, so that's kind of, I don't know how Irish people feel about this.
It's been a bumpy ride with the Irish. It's not always gone according to plan, and even when it has gone according to plan, they haven't liked that either, have they? Leading to long, expensive judicial inquiries. But there's a lot went wrong. I mean, that potato famine was a terrible business, but you can get crisps for love nor money in this country. That's when we first turned to peanuts in my business. Now. Got to keep the punters thirsty somehow. But I love the Irish and I have infinite respect for them up to a point because over many years they've done much for us, haven't they? They dug our roads and now they sing for our amusement. It's fantastic.
Oh,
20
no.
years ago, Westlife would have been digging the M25. There's no doubt about that. I believe I can fly. Yeah, all right. Is it level? Get back to it. They've done well for a bunch of tone-deaf chancers.
Oh, no, don't say those things.
Next, of course, we have the neighbour from hell, France.
The neighbour from
I don't know
hell.
why we don't just grow a great big hedge up the English Channel. Spoil their light, eh? Big noisy party in Kent, chuck some dog shit over the fence, eh? Set fire to a few tyres, eh? That'll be the way to go. France, or the France, as it prefers to call itself. The France. La France. The France.
La France, I think.
Some other France. With this France, or that France, or courageous, reliable, turning up in times of battle France, or... You work your way down, there's the unsolved Rubik's Cube of Europe there. Spain and Portugal, as you can see. Can't get them last two bricks. Now...
Okay.
Who has been to Spain? Show of hands, please. Everybody, basically. Reason for this, Battle of the Armada, 1588, we defeated the Spanish. As a result, they signed a humiliating treaty allowing our boys and girls to go and fight on their beaches. Of course, we've got to stay match fit somehow. Now, this had the added bonus, if the Spanish try anything, we're poised, ready to invade the following morning once our heads have cleared and we've stopped copulating like eels. I'll tell you what goes on in Spain is filthy, innit, Annie? It's filthy, innit, love? Filthy, innit? Filthy.
Why?
Yeah, go say filthy like that. Filthy like that.
Oh, no.
Filthy like that.
No, that's so intimidating.
Like that, go on, say it, filthy.
Filthy.
Fantastic. My little Canadian friend, you say filthy now as well. Go on, say filthy. Filthy.
No.
Yeah, how
No,
about
he's
you two
making
look
fun
at
of
each
their
other and say
accents.
filthy. Come on, girls. Come on.
No, just leave. I'm so like.
You might enjoy it. You never know. It could be the beginning of something.
For
very
women,
interesting.
no.
Come on. Do it!
No, for
Oh, that was fantastic, wasn't it? Whew. That's every man's dream, innit? The chance to disappoint two women at once. Sorry, love, I'm puffed out from the first one. Look at this.
The woman's crying, laughing.
The whole thing with Spain, right, this is a great place to go on holiday because it's extremely hot, right? Yeah, in fact, it's so hot you can't think, innit? You get off the plane, you can't even fucking think your way down the end of the stairs. You have a couple of beers, you wipe your own memory. It's the perfect place to go and get away from everything because you can't think, you can't remember anything. F***ing brilliant. Yeah? Now, that's fine for us. Going there for 2 weeks, a week, weekend, whatever. Yeah, for the British to get away from it all, going to a country where it's too hot to think. But for the people actually living there, it's caused all sorts of problems. Yeah, the Spanish,
I would
they have
bet.
to lie down in the afternoon to try and clear their heads and make some decisions in the evening. But it's played havoc with their decision-making process, isn't it? For many centuries, they were convinced the Earth was... I mean, for Christ's sake. It's not even level, is it? It's ridiculous. I mean, mountains are the
It's
clue,
true.
aren't they? Hey, look around you, Carlos. I mean, they had to be...
The
They had to be
mountains were
proved wrong by an Italian. That's how low they'd sunk. Then there's that whole business
He
of
sunk
fighting
low.
animals, bullfighting. Now, I have no row with a cow. I want no battle with cattle. It's not personal, is it, the whole thing with a cow? We rear a cow, look after it for a couple of years, and it turns itself into the abattoir. But it's not personal, is it? Right? It's a business arrangement. It's not personal. I wouldn't punch a cow in the face. It would be a humiliating thing to do to it on its way to its death. I wouldn't do that. Right? It would be unfair
Don't
on
do
the
that.
cow. It just so happens I'm hungry. He's made of beef. It's not personal, is it?
No.
Obviously, I'd punch a squirrel if I could get close enough.
I was going to say, the
Bastard! Stop leaving nuts in the sandpit in the beer garden.
cows are going to fight back.
If I did punch a squirrel, I'd be doing it for myself. Right? Out of curiosity or revenge. I wouldn't
Revenge.
be doing it for the amusement of strangers in an arena. I wouldn't put on tights.
Oh, yeah, like
I
bullfighters
wouldn't
do
stick
that.
pins in a squirrel first to enrage him. I wouldn't wave a cape the colour squirrels don't like. Just probably a grey-green like a rotten nut. I wouldn't do it! Normal. Ludwig, what's your animal size punching limit cut off? What's the biggest animal you'd punch, Ludwig?
The biggest animal you can punch?
A dog. Yeah, but there's all sorts of... What are we talking, a Great Dane or a terrier? What are we talking?
I have to say, like, that guy gave an answer like he would. He didn't even thought about it, so he must have been thinking about it, or at least he must have like thought about this before, which is weird because like, how come you go around thinking like, oh, I have an answer ready? Like, if someone asks me, what's the biggest animal you can punch? What's your limit? Like, he said it so easily, a dog. Like, what do you mean a dog? You didn't even think about your answer.
Great Dane. You punch a Great Dane.
Great Danes are huge, actually.
There's the Germans all over it, the Danish. You're not happy with them, each other, are you? Now, the point is, right, I mean, if you chucked a donkey off a church tower in Great Britain... Yes, exactly. Right? If you chucked a donkey off a church tower in Great Britain, right, yeah, you'd be on a register in about 15 minutes flat, wouldn't you? Big angry crowd of fat women in shell suits protesting at your doorstep. Having brought their kids along without the faintest idea what's going on. That's because this country is normal. Now, wait long.
No, it isn't.
And I'd like to point out right now that this is fact. There's no opinion in what's to follow. The basic thing with Italy, right, is they've got no follow-through, have they? You don't see stuff through. So it's logical. 43, they folded early.
Folded early.
They still haven't called a plumber. It's ridiculous, isn't it? It's under them stairs. Do up the stopcock, for Christ's sake. Yeah, in any other country, a flooded city that stank of would be regarded as a disaster, wouldn't it? Not some sort of romantic jewel in a crown. I mean, a pizza. What is a pizza? I'll tell you, it's a pasty that some arsehole hasn't shut yet, isn't it?
Don't mess around with pizza.
Shut the pasty, Giuseppe! Volcanoes, because they ain't finished. Up here, we have Germany. Now, I respect the Germans, I do, yeah, because they tried twice, didn't they? 2 cracks of the world title, you'll have to respect that.
No, don't say that.
Swiss, no. It's called Switzerland there. I mean, God bless the Swiss. I mean, look at the situation those people have got themselves into. Hey, look at it, hey? French to the right them, yeah, Austrians to the left them, Germans up above, Italians down below. Hey, you'd never sell that flat, would you? It wouldn't be able to shift it, no matter how tidy it was, how much chocolate you left lying around. This Austria, which is made of pastry, that's why it shrunk. You work your way down, you got Yugoslavia. Now, basically, I'll explain it for the MP. Basically, Jane, the people who live in Yugoslavia don't really get on. That's all you need to know. Now, and a while ago,
Yugoslavia even
bombed
exists?
it. Yeah, because it's very complicated. We bombed it to make it simpler for them. But can't argue about who lives where when there's no houses left, can you? Hey.
Oh, no. No.
No pleasing some people. Down here, Albania, where the albinos live, you've got...
Albinos, Albania.
Greece, where they invented the Olympics. Turkey, where they invented Christmas. I know which one I prefer. It comes around every year. There's Bulgaria, Romania, Moldavia, the Womble countries. There's... Ukraine, the only country you can get the word urine out of in one go. There's Poland, where everyone's a trained plumber. Lithuania, where they're all electricians. Estonia, where they're all plasterers. And Latvia, where everyone's a carpenter, coming over here doing the jobs we're not prepared to do because we've all got worthless degrees in media studies. There's
Oh no, oh my God.
I mean, look at the size, when you look at the world from this angle, though, look at the size of Russia. Just look at the size of Russia. Annie, hop up, measure Russia, love. Come on, put a finger either end of Russia, sweetheart. That's it.
No,
good girl.
don't make them do that. No.
Yeah, did you see exactly? Hold the fingers up, show everyone exactly how big. Yes, do you
no,
get the message yet, sweetheart?
This is making me cringe. No. That poor woman in the audience.
There's a fine line between banter and harassment, isn't there?
Yes.
European court. Now,
No.
I mean, Russia's gigantic. As it goes all the way around to America. Yeah. Then you've got the international date line that we set up a while back, so middle-aged men from Birmingham can meet and marry ladies from the Philippines. Then we have the Pacific Rim, Andrew. Yeah, I got your number, pal. Japan, of course, Korea, well, of course, the Korean War, that was a terrible business. Basically, we found out they were eating dogs and sent in the RSPCA rifles as quickly as we could. There's some... China, where they put a man into space very recently. Mind you, they didn't use a rocket, they just stood on each other's shoulders and passed him up. Fucking brilliant.
No, come on,
it's the leotard shortage 2 years ago. There's Mongolia, of course, we're not allowed to call it that anymore, eh? Social workers. There's some...
No! Oh my god, no, this is making me
Same goes
cringe.
to the Black Sea. There's Kazakhstan, of course, where the Kazakhs live. Uzbekistan, where the Uzbekis live. Turkmenistan, where the Turkmenis live. Tajikistan, where the Tajikis live. And Kazakhstan, where the to be honest. And it goes all the way around to Europe, yeah? Russia's gigantic, a massive country, endless mineral resources, and a population used to doing exactly as they're told for tuppence. And it's still crap, they can't turn it round. And I think the simple reason for this is they need, and the only way they're going to fix it, they need to get in a proper working alphabet with actual letters that people can read.
Oh, it's true because they have another alphabet.
Dingbats, what are they thinking? Down here, of course, Africa. Now, as a man of science, yeah, like Ben here, the doctor, would tell us that all human life originally evolved in Africa. Would you say that?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, I can't agree with you, mate. I was in Devon 3 weeks ago. Let me tell you this, natural selection's got some powerlifting to do in Plymouth.
Oh my god.
No thumbs, tails, it's an outrage. Cornwall is actually Celtic for cousin's wedding. Then we have the Middle East. Careful! In fact, the Middle East is extremely complicated. In fact, it's so complicated that me explaining it here tonight could possibly make it worse. We'll have a punt, why not? The point is...
No.
I mean, basically, all you really need to know, Jane, is the people who live there don't really get on, right? And for my money, they should all pull their heads in. Right? Pull your heads in, fellas. Calm down! Yeah, that's my advice. I'm in the Israelis. I don't like the people at the end of my road, but I haven't bought a tank. Hey! Of course, once you've bought a tank, you've got to use it, anyway. That's where all the problems arise. And a while ago, we, the British, very helpfully stepped in to try and sort out the Middle East once and for all. We did.
No.
An effort, yeah, on our way through to India to get a cuppa. And we sat them all down, back of an envelope, red pen and a ruler, and we drew them some nice new straight borders, yeah, around the naturally occurring oil that we had found that they weren't looking for. And we set them up with kings and queens in Arab countries with beautiful Arab names like Syria and Iraq and Jordan and Saudi Arabia. Yeah, I mean, we could have just called them Shell, Esso, BP, Texaco, Wild Bean Cafe, but no.
Yeah, this is a tough situation. This is a tough subject to handle in comedy.
There's Afghanistan, work in progress. There's Pakistan, who need to get their house in order. Then, of course, India,
Work in progress.
India, as I prefer to call it. Basically, the Geordies asked for too much money.
No.
What they were... Well, they were going to spend £1 a week, and I can't imagine. Here we have... But India is a land of ancient, mysterious, mystic, ancient mystery. An ancient, mysterious, mystic land locked within an ancient, mysterious, mystic tradition of ancient, mysterious, mystic mystery. Wrapped
Where is he going?
Mysteries of ancient mysticism. With 4 billion people that we used to run with 2 blokes and a bike. How we got away with that, I can't imagine. That's the actual mystery. Yeah, you work your way around, there's the dangling genitals of Southeast Asia, as you can see.
Genitals?
And can you see there?
Southeast Asia?
Dangling genitals. Fantastic. There's Vietnam, the left bollock, Cambodia, the right bollock.
Oh my god.
Malaysia, the bell end, Singapore, the Jap's eye. There's Christmas Island, where it is Christmas every day. Someone should tell Wizard and they can knock it off. There's Indonesia, Papa's got a brand new Guinea. There's Australia, or Wilkinson Land, as I prefer to call it. Here we have New Zealand, yeah, New Zealand. Yeah, of course, land of ancient hobbits and orcs. Hey, yeah, you like the hobbits, don't you, Andrew? They're about the right height, aren't they, pal? You have definitely thought about it. It's all you can think about. You're obsessed, mate. That's all you can think about all the time. You can't get out of your head. Now, up here, of course, we have Hawaii, where Pearl Harbor is, as everyone knows. As everyone knows, where the Americans were taken completely by surprise 2 years into a global war. You're amateurs, mate. Now, Tropic of Cancer, they should change that. It's tasteless.
If you think about it like that.
It's upsetting for the relatives. There's Easter Island, of course, where there's lots of chocolate. Galapagos, where we invented evolution. Down here.
We invented evolution.
The South Pole. Now, everyone knows that the British were actually second to the South Pole. That's a fact. I'm not afraid of admitting that. But because we got there second, we were able to verify that the other bloke got there first. Which means, strictly speaking, we're the umpire on that one. Therefore, it's our game, our rules, we win. Can't argue that.
See, like, UK always comes out on top.
Falkland Islands 1982, no help from no one else. Hey, fantastic. And that wasn't a war for oil either. That was a war for penguins, which of course are an essential ingredient in making Guinness. You boil them up, floats to the top. There's
Oh, because of the foam.
Argentina, Chile, which is stringy. Up here we have Peru. Has anyone here been to Peru? Anyone at all? Yeah, a couple of people been to Peru. Yeah, the lady there, what's your name, love? Laura. Posh. Now, you went, what was Peru like, love? Beautiful. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm never going there, sweetheart. And I urge none of you to go there, and I urge none of you to have anything to do with Peru, right? Because that country might be beautiful, love, but it's bang out of order. I'm no bleeding art, you've detected that by now, but the way they treat their bears is a rage.
Paddington the bear.
The way they take a bear and it's not even fully grown, they give him a suitcase and a scruffy old hat and a scruffy old coat. They give him his travel documents, a note, please look after this bear, not even saying what his name is. Send him off on his way, eh? It's an outrage. Coming over here eating our marmalade sandwiches. There's that.
Marmalade sandwiches.
There's Colombia, where excitement's from. There's
No.
Venezuela, capital city, Caracas. Grow up. Panama, one canal. I'm not impressed. We got thousands, don't we? And ours all lead to Great Britain, don't they? Not the arse end of nowhere. There's the cricketing area, not what it was. There's Mexico, capital city, Mexico City. Make an effort!
It's true. It's true. Easier to learn.
And of course, the United States.
No creativity.
Which is basically, the best way of looking at it really is that it's a good idea that's got out of hand. I mean, they've lost the plot, these people. Look, you can't call a town Tampa, it's going to confuse the ladies.
No.
I mean, they got off to a good start. New England, you can see what they're trying to do there. I mean, you've got Norfolk, Durham, Richmond, Birmingham, Newark, Hertford, Manchester. Here, they're starting to run out of sensible names, aren't they? Banger, Welsh name alert, they're in the shit. I mean, then they go mad. Chattanooga, Tennessee, Albuquerque. It's not...
It's Albuquerque.
We're not playing for Scrabble, fellas. Up here, of course, is Canada. Now, these people in this part of Canada are absolutely... This is priceless. These people in this part of Canada are absolutely convinced that they're French.
Oh, yeah.
That's not the case. They're just living somewhere and it's a reflex action. It's, Baffin Island without a baffin on it, Greenland, which is white, Iceland, which is a volcano, the Faroe Islands, nowhere near Egypt. I'm not responsible for the names. And back here, of course, is Great Britain, because that's one of the most beautiful things about the world being round the way the British God made it for us.
The British God.
Because God is British, that's why we don't have earthquakes in this country. Because you don't.
It's so weird.
The most beautiful thing about the world being round is whichever way you go, you'll always end up back here in Great Britain. Here in Her Majesty's London, on a Sunday night, drinking the Bloomsbury Theatre with people like you. Yeah?
That was actually, like, the end was also quite nice. Very emotional. Like, I don't know if I would, like, if I would be there, like, maybe I would, like, would maybe want to cry a little bit. But this is really funny. He went places, like, it was actually, like, he actually went all around. Like, he actually, like, showed almost all of the world's countries. Obviously, like, he missed, like, a lot of them. But he basically went through all the continents, and he, like, went all around. There were some it was a little bit offensive, I'm not gonna lie. Some things that were like, oh my god, I can't believe you just said that. Overall, again, like, very jokey. I don't think, like, his like the overall tone is to offend. It's very, because again, it's very like, I don't know, like man at a pub, that he's just like, oh yeah, like all countries suck except for the UK. United Kingdom is the best. But in a way that's sort of that he doesn't, it's not like I want to offend you because I want to offend you. No, it's just more of like, that's the persona type. It's more like I really do believe that UK is like the greatest country in the world, very like nationalism first, and like all countries suck. An eternal beef with France, because they're British, so they hate French people. So like that's one of the countries that is just like, hey, no, yeah, I hate them. But even then, of course, is like, it's a joke. It's not like super offensive or like super hateful or anything. It's just like, no, it's gonna make you laugh. So even though that were some jokes that were like skirting the line between like, that's actually quite offensive, it's still like funny, and I don't get the sense that he's just like, oh, I want to offend for the sake of like being offensive. No, I think it's more, again, like more in a jokey way. But yeah, this was really funny. There were some low blows all around. But even then, I thought that when he was like grabbing like the two women in the audience, I was like, oh my god, like poor women. Like imagine that you're going to a comedy show. Well, I guess it's sort of like to be expected if you're like front row. Like it can happen. But you go to a comedy show, you like want to have a good time, and then the thing actually, like, and also the thing is like being recorded, so like you're being recorded, and like this is for all time. So you're there, you want to have a good time, but they can, like, the comedian can like grab you and like use you for a joke for the act, and you're gonna be like, no, I don't want this. So maybe, like, I don't know, I was like cringing for them, because it was like, poor women. I don't know if that's why they won, because they were like, no, this is so embarrassing. But even then he made fun of it. He was like, at the end, he was like, it's gonna be harassment. So it's like in the end, like he's sort of aware. There's like an awareness there. So I think that's why I feel it's not like done on for the sake of like you being like, oh my god, like that guy's so mean. No, I don't get the sense that it's like that. It's more like you just want to like laugh, because that's the whole thing, like that's the whole persona. So it was very like self-aware, and very funny. Like it was also very funny. So yeah, it also shows like a huge amount of like, I can't even imagine like how research that guy has to do in order to like write the comedy act, because there's like a lot of like a lot of jokes, and there's a lot of countries, so you do have to like have a background on geography, or at least like semi know what you're talking about before like actually writing the jokes. So I can't believe like how much, like I can only imagine like how much time did it take him to like actually write this comedy act. But yeah, this is really funny, and hopefully you find it funny as well. And that was it for today. Bye.